Cause sometimes playing it safe is boring. No, I'm never doing this again.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Q here, and today I wanted to talk about somebody who is probably the biggest inspiration for me in life and everything, man. Content creation and just everything I do. And that's the legend, the samurai shogun, CoryxKenshin. This man changed my life. And I don't think anybody knows how much he has just impacted my life. You know, without him, I would have never thought doing YouTube would be possible, and I just wouldn't have the courage to set this camera up, set this light up, set a mic, and press record. I feel like he has pushed me for so many years to do this. I started watching Cory back in, I want to say, 2015. And he was still in college. I remember watching his FNAF videos. I remember I didn't start with FNAF 1 or 2 with him. I remember starting on 3 because he was, again, still in college at the time when he played that. But the main series I started with when I watched him was Aeone. And oh my god, that game gave me nightmares as a kid. Like, the monster in that game was just horrific, dude. It just looked so gross and creepy, and it gave me nightmares, man. But I never really watched YouTubers play games. I was never into that. But Cory just made me love that type of content. When I watched him play it, it was entertaining and fun. Like, I didn't feel scared while watching it. And that's what I loved about his content, you know. You felt, you know, very engaged, you know, and I hope one day to be as great as that, because I'm nowhere near it yet, you know. I'm getting there, you know. I'm just starting and trying to figure out what content creation is about, you know. So I'm really trying. Truly, I'm a student of the art, you know, because it wasn't just playing a game. He was actually like funny, you know. I'm not that funny. I'll be honest with you. I am so boring and normal, I know. I'm sorry. Thank you guys who have been here and new people who may come from this video or any of my other videos and content. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. And of course, he took breaks all the time back then. He used to take, you know, 4-month breaks. That was 4 months. Nothing insane at all. 4 months, you know. I was crazy back then. Now it's like, imagine if he took 4-month breaks. That would be cool. But yeah, you know, I loved watching his journey when he moved out of his dorm to his apartment and got all set up there. I still watch that video till today. Like, I've never showed my setup yet on the channel. I want to show it one day. If you guys want to see that, you can put it in the comments. But that video inspired me to one day, which now I do, get soundproofing. I have soundproofing in here. And that video, I remember seeing him putting that soundproofing up and just being like, yo, that's the coolest thing I think I've ever seen ever. Even though all the YouTubers were doing it at the time, I just saw him. That was the only person I ever saw actually set him up, and I thought it was so cool. And so, yeah, I ended up getting it now, and it's pretty cool. Oh, and I forgot to show y'all wearing that Spooky Scary Sunday, you know, Cory merch. That's the only Cory merch I have. He's released more, but I just haven't been able to get it, and I didn't really get this that long ago, but I'm really happy I got it. You know, I wear it in some of my videos. You know, you can't see it from here, but I wear it sometimes. And I also have the Monsters We Make books. Now, right now, the 4th one just came out. Well, it came out a few months ago. I think back in December he announced it, and you know, people are starting to get theirs, and usually I order them when he announces it, but this time around, I don't have money. And the books are very cheap, but I've been spending it on, like, my studio and stuff, so I've been just spending that on YouTube and stuff, so. Actually, I spent the money to get the 4th one on Phasmophobia, so check out that video. You know, that's the reason why I don't have the freaking book. But right now I have 1, 2, and 3. I remember when he announced the first one. This one was really nice. This is the only one I actually read. I just have not had the time. I read this about a year ago, almost, give or take. I started reading this one, Sadly, I don't know where I left off, so... Well, actually, not sadly, because now I get to read the whole thing over again. And I have not read the third one yet. I definitely want to read it this summer, but I don't know, man. I don't really have the time to read, the books. It's just... I don't know. Been busy with just YouTube and life and school. The first one's really good. I think it's really nice. For someone starting out in manga, based on the ones I've read and seen, it's pretty good. I think the art is beautiful. The story's just like... Now, I'm only on like halfway through the second, so we'll see. I heard it gets better in the third, so I'll have to wait and see. Yeah, hopefully they turn into an anime. It's a really good series, So he took, his 4-month breaks. And these breaks for me were kind of just like, back in the day, there was YouTubers and content all over the place, But, now, we're all just kind of waiting for Cory. Back then, it would be like, oh, okay, we'll watch some Dashi. Well, how fast, the internet moves now, no YouTuber can, put out enough content, or no amount of YouTubers can put out enough content to fill the place of a content creator you really like, because the videos are really fast now, or you may get bored of the video, and we all just love Cory. We all just love him. I don't know what else to say. It just was always this point where I would be like, oh, he's not really posting anymore. Then he would come back. I'd be like, oh, cool, but just my brain wouldn't really flow with it, I had been so many months without his content that maybe I found a new creator, or I, revisited an old one, so I didn't really feel a need to go back to Cory, which was sad, and I still do that to this day, I haven't seen all his videos, but I usually watch, the videos I like, or the games I like, I watched his, Secret of the Mimic, gameplay, or, Ruin, or specifically the Dead at Night video. I love that video. I want him to that game deserved a 1-hour video. He should have been put out that video, because that was probably my favorite video on his channel, is that Dead at Night, because I love Dead at Night. That's one of my favorite horror games of all time, and then pair that with an hour-long video from Cory. Absolute cinema.
I'm gonna pretend like you didn't just say that.
But yeah, I feel like we all just miss him right now, because he's doing bigger and greater things, as I just brought up Monsters We Make, that's amazing, and his content is always amazing, and his journey is so inspirational, he went from a kid, not really a kid, but, a person who fresh out of high school, going into college, making content, then going to the university of his dreams, dropping out, and even though it was the university of his dreams, he dropped out to pursue this passion, it's so inspirational. Taking such a big leap, and then he hit 100,000, I would love to hit 100,000, maybe if you're watching this right now, you could subscribe and get me to that point. Please. But yeah, just seeing his story is inspirational to a lot of people I know, because a lot of people tell me all the time that, he's inspirational, and I've seen YouTubers mention it all the time, and I wanted to put my kind of 2 cents on the matter, because he's inspired me for so many years now, and, I just started my YouTube career, so I feel like this is, a video that should have been made a while ago. Yeah, 10 million was a big achievement for Cory, for the samurai as a whole, and then he left again. And came back 2 years later. I'm like, what? Did this guy just play us, bro? And now he's been gone for 2 months. So, who knows? 1 month turns into 2 months, turns into 4 months, turns into 9 months, and then next thing you know, he's gone for 2 years. Hopefully we never get that long again, He was this YouTuber that, I felt, he was a black nerdy kid who liked anime. I grew up in Queens, there were none of those kids there. Now I'm in Long Island, there's a lot of kids who like that stuff here, and I have a lot of friends now, but I didn't have a lot of friends back then, because nobody liked the things that I liked. except for Cory and, you know, other YouTubers, of course. But, you know, he was like a person I felt like I could watch and feel a part of a community. Of course, now he has like 4 million subscribers, and the community is not as small anymore, and it's not really like a tight-knit community. It's very wide and vast, and all types of different people are a part of it now, and you know, that's okay. That's actually perfectly fine. That's actually beautiful, because, you know, we've always wanted to see Cory succeed, you know, and he's finally at a point where he has always dreamed to be, and where we've always dreamed for him to be. So, you know, that's really a beautiful thing to see happen. You know, the ankle breaker. I promise I'm not LARPing, bro. But yeah, you know, I'm gonna tell you my favorite memory of Cory. My favorite memory was watching him play Five Nights at Wario's 3. That, I know, like, it might not make sense, but man, it was like that was like my childhood, you know. Like, I think it was like, what, 2015, 14? I forget when he played that game, but because at the time, you know, I was into Mario and I loved Five Nights at Freddy's at the time, and I loved Cory at the time. And but yeah, ever since, you know, I started watching him, I knew this is what I wanted to do. You know, as a 5-year-old, I knew this is it, you know. And I never acted on it, you know, for a decade. And, you know, at times it feels like I kind of came too late, you know. But then I realized, like, man, you know, Cory started at some point, and look at where he's at. And I'm starting now. You know, and it's just, and I want that to also be a message to others. Like, man, it's never too late. You know, Cory is living proof that anything is possible. There is never a limit. No limit reference. There is never a limit. You know, it's never too late for anything. You can do anything at any time. There's never a point or a cutoff point. There's never, you know, a point where you can't do something anymore. So if you want to go and do something, do it now. You know, go strive for your passion, strive for your dreams. You know, start today. Who knows? You may end up living your dream one day. So, whatever you want to do it, and start now, because it's never too late. Is that inspirational? Am I like the new Cory? Yeah. No, but actually, you know, I just wanted to make this video to just show my appreciation for one of the, not even, the greatest YouTubers of all time. I think it's time we just say it, you know. I think it would be more simpler if he didn't take breaks. I think then we'd be like, oh yeah, that's probably the greatest. But hey, you know, if he can't control the breaks, you know, he's doing a lot. He's a very busy man. You know, he's working on a manga and a big project that he's still yet to announce. I don't know when he's ever gonna announce this thing. He said like a year ago, like, yo, I'm working on something big, probably something really big and important that's gonna take a long time, because if it took him this long to make Monsters You Make, and that was just the starter for the big announcement, it gotta be something crazy. Maybe he's making a movie.
Yes, you guys, I am entering into my actor era. You can start calling me Cory X Hollywood.
Like, you know, Markiplier, who did Iron Lung, and Jacksepticeye guy who's doing Bloodborne, which that sounds like it's gonna be crazy, man. Like, oh my god, Bloodborne as a movie. But yeah, you know, so maybe Cory's making a movie, you know. Don't get your hopes up. Don't take my word for it. I'm just coming up with an idea, okay? You know, I hope this video helped you today. Maybe, you know, it was the video that you needed to, you know, push you to do what you want to do. And yeah, I hope, you know, maybe even it made your day better or inspires you. You know, honestly, that's all I really need. You know, I just need to know that, you know, I helped somebody get through their day, you know, or keep going, because, you know, life is stressful and life is a lot. So, you know, we all just need to be here for each other right now. Yeah, you know, I've been yapping for long enough. Oh, did I mention Momo?
I'm many more times do I gotta sit through that?
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share. Any engagement with this video and any of my other videos is always appreciated. Yeah, you know, let me know how you guys like the video in the comments. You know, please comment. I want to see some comments down there. I've never seen comments in the video, so put some comments down there this time. But anyways, guys, hope you have an amazing day. Hope you have an amazing life. Thank you so much for watching. But anyways, guys, I hope you have an amazing day. Hope you have a blessed and prosperous life. See you guys in the next video. Peace.
I got something for you. Since y'all done obviously forgot, got something for you. Here, take this. Take this. Yeah, eat it.